Failures are part of the story because it wouldn't be interesting if you only success, right?
Light in the darkness, darkness in the light. What do we think?
I'm Eeva Ma. I'm a nature photographer from Finland. I live here in the woods and I try to take nature photos from Finland and Scandinavia. I started to get super inspired by photos that are taken close to home. And I think it has been really interesting to see how other people are seeing these. I think the words in the prompt were actually really inspiring and they were really into this mood and atmosphere. I'm really excited to bring the words alive in my style. The pressure is definitely high because it's my backyard and I feel that the conditions that I chase normally, it takes months and months to achieve something that I really like. I was afraid in the beginning because the weather wasn't anything that we were expecting. It's been pretty stressful to make something in the conditions that normally I would maybe lie on the couch and wait for better conditions. But also I've been really looking forward to it because I love going out to the woods with my camera. So I think this has been really, really nice to actually go out when you normally wouldn't do it. I think the first half a day I was kind of thinking about it, like what could it be and what not. But eventually I think all 3 photos are really aligned with the prompt. I have a shot of very obvious northern lights, which I still don't think an AI would create. The second photo I have just in my backyard, very beautiful bird photo. I wanted to find something new to this scene, and as the afternoon was getting a bit darker, we were talking that we're going to light up the bird's wings a little bit. I was first hesitating a little bit because I was thinking if it's too fake looking, but then in the end it turned out pretty cool and it actually looks really, really natural. I'm trying to achieve some minimalism in my photos, capture the nature, how it is. I was struggling in the beginning, definitely, but I think towards the end I got a little bit more confident that I can try some different things. I think the prompts have made me rethink the environment, and it's been really fun to shoot with colleagues because they bring a new creative ideas to the photos and you kind of want to try a little bit more. I was struggling in the beginning, definitely, because we went to the swans and I was kind of stressing a little bit and thinking what I should get. When I finally got the swan shot, I kind of completed the mission that we had. But it was also for myself, like I would have really, really wanted to go and do the shot anyways. I think light swans in a dark water would make a really good contrast. And I wanted to try to make some kind of a movement photos as well. So we might have to return here when it's a bit darker. Sometimes when you have an image in your mind and your expectations are super high and you go to a place and you get something decent, but you know that you can do better, it kind of drives you just to go back until you have the shot. today I decided I wanted to go back, and we only had like 45 minutes time to deliver something. So I was sitting in the swamp, in the snow, and getting some reflections of the swans spreading their wings and flying away. I think failures are part of the story, because it wouldn't be interesting if you only success, right? I think from this week what I learned was that even though you have all this in your backyard, you can still create, and you can just keep creating and keep on doing different things. If you create a photo with the AI, it gives you just a computer experience, but it will never be the same, because when you go out, most of the time you actually fail with the photo that you had in your mind, and that's going to be the experience, that's going to be the story behind the photo. And you're always going to remember that when you're looking at the photo, even if it's a failed photo.
Oh,
this is the swan
love
photo.
the reflection.
Yeah, it's actually eyes and just a little bit of reflection, because I actually didn't want the full reflection.
I really enjoy seeing how different photographers work in their environment. So all of the questions from all of the photographers have been varied, they've been different, and it's always incredibly insightful for me just trying to understand how different people use their camera.
The difference between this trip is mostly the experience with colleagues and all the conversations that we have, all the little adventures, and those photos become part of that story, and those photos wouldn't be the same without the story.